This is the DeadEye VR Haptic Gunstock for the MetaQuest 3 and Quest 3S. Yes, this Gunstock has intense haptic feedback that allows you to feel every bullet fired as the Gunstock launches back into your shoulder, and it's awesome. Today, we're going to test it out in Forefront. Alright, before we get started, I want to quickly show you how this haptic gunstock works, first of all, because there's a little bit to talk about here so you can understand what's happening in the game when I do feel that force feedback. So first of all, there's not any slotted areas or magnets to attach to the controller to allow it to snap in place where the controller is held on the gunstock. Basically how it works is you hold onto the controller as you normally would with it dangling from your hand or whatever, and then you're basically, while holding the controller, you're slapping it into this little slot here, and then you're holding this black slotted piece simultaneously with the controller. So you see with this hand, I'm basically just sliding into that slot and then holding that black piece there. There's no magnets, like I said, there's nothing holding it in place, so if I just let go of the controller here, it will just fall right out. Some people can see this as a downfall because, you know, obviously having a secure controller into the gunstock is going to be adding a lot of stability. So with this, stability isn't really going to be as prominent, but this gunstock isn't so much for sniping, where, you know, you're going to need that accuracy. This gunstock is more for the immersion and fun, and we're going to talk about that right here. So there's an on and off switch. Boom, we turn it on, we have a light. This does obviously need to charge up. There's no batteries that pop out, so there's a USB-C port here. You just plug it in, charge it, and it's good to go. When it is charged, there's a motor right here. You can see there's a cable actually that guides down here going from this electronics area here, and then it goes up into here. I'm not sure where the battery is, I'm not sure where everything's positioned here, but there's a battery in here somewhere. But the haptic motor is right in the back here. So when you pull this trigger, obviously you could hear that. It's pretty loud. So that's with fully automatic. Blue is your single shot. So if you have a single shot rifle in the game, and then 3 is your 3-round burst, so something like an MP5 or whatever in the game if it has a three-round burst. So let's go to fully automatic. Now this dial up here will go to, if you hold down the button, it'll change the speed of it. So if we turn it all the way down, we hold down the button for the option we want to select. So fully automatic, we're holding down that red button with the dial turned all the way down. And now it's on the slower speed. That's how it determines the speed. So if I want to increase the speed, I would turn the speed to, let's say, somewhere in the middle, and then I hold down that red button again for a couple seconds, and now it's faster. And if I, again, want to go up to P90 speeds, if I'm running like a super fast firing rate weapon, we go to the max speed on the dial, hold down the button a couple seconds to let it know, hey, sync up with the speed, and then we have that speed again. So that's pretty much how you calibrate it. That's the gist of it here. It does have obviously adjustments. You could adjust this. It has a little, obviously full articulating little gyro here, or whatever you want to call it, a ball swivel, a ball mount actually is probably what it's called. So you have full control here, and then this will obviously tilt and pull backwards and forward, so you could collapse it to make it obviously fit to your kind of user profile. Anyway, we're going to get in game. I'm going to show you how to calibrate it once we're in the game, and then we'll have some fun with it, and I'll share my thoughts with you all in my kind of review section. So stay tuned. Let's try to figure out how fast this gun fires. So let's just listen to it, and then we'll adjust based on our haptic feedback. I feel like we're running a little bit too fast, so I'm going to try dialing it down a bit, and I already know where all my buttons are, so I'm just going to dial it down here, press that red button. Maybe it's still a little fast, so I'm going to dial it down even more. So each time I'm firing now, I'm shooting 3 bullets, and the haptics are also going off 3 times. That's close enough to me as far as calibrating goes. Obviously, you could fine-tune it and dial it in and make sure it's absolutely perfect. But now we're actually going to go into a game and test it out. So yeah, so far the Gunstock feels great. I love the feel for it. It's super immersive. Like just getting that feedback as you pull the trigger is so rewarding. And obviously, oh shit! No, don't! No, 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 no.
Enemy is attacking point.
I don't want to do that. How did that not hit? Okay. I'm pretty sure I was spot on when I took that shot. So yeah, again, I think the haptics, we'll keep trying, but I think the haptics are hitting first, which is disturbing the accuracy of the shot. Yeah, I can't hit anything with this Gunstock. So to be honest, yeah, this Gunstock, medium range, far range, this is not it. This is not the Gunstock for you. This Gunstock is designed for an immersive, okay, hear me out. This Gunstock is designed for an immersive, close quarters combat experience. And I say this because far range, if you're taking those distant shots, right? The haptics are going to be pulled before the gun fires, and that's because the trigger, there's two triggers. There's the haptic trigger, which makes the haptics go blah, 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 blah. And then there's the trigger to actually shoot the gun in the game. So the haptics trigger is pulled first, and when that haptics trigger is pulled first, blah, 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 the gun starts vibrating first, and do you see how much it's affecting the gun, right? Without it even firing, it was shaking a lot. So because that's shooting first, the haptics are shooting first, and the haptics are starting to vibrate the gun already. So then by the time the gun does fire its first shot, that first shot is almost always going to be inaccurate, and the follow-up shots will be inaccurate as well, as you try to manage both the in-game recoil plus the out-of-game recoil with the haptics being fired. So anyway, close quarters, I think this is going to be a lot of fun to mess around with, and we're going to see a lot of close quarters combat here if we go on A site, as people maybe zip up. So I'll kind of show you I'm hoping to show you some good close quarters combat with this, but it's been a challenge because this game in particular, and I think a lot of games, I'm going to be honest, kind of require that medium range at least to have fun with, because a lot of the fights are going to be medium range, and medium range, like I said, with this Gunstock is just, it's not an enjoyable experience because you're losing accuracy, a lot of it too. And on top of that, I want to talk about one other thing here, which is going to be what I mean about close quarters. That felt good, right? Because you have those haptics. It feels amazing close quarters. But another thing I want to talk about, regardless of whether the gun works or not in close quarters, if you're strictly using it for close quarters, great. But there's still an issue. And the issue for me is that the gun doesn't have magnetic attachments for the controllers. So the controllers are constantly just free floating, right? If you let go of the controller, obviously the whole Gunstock's going to just drop out if you let go of the Gunstock. So there's no proper attachment here. And the attachment to the Gunstock is you holding it. I have to physically hold this part of the Gunstock in order for it to stay. If I let it go, it's going to go and detach from the controller. You get the idea here. And the main takeaway from that is that it's fatiguing. Oh, the helicopter shooting me? I didn't even see him. So it's fatiguing when you're holding with your pinky and your ring finger here, because that's what's gripping onto the attachment here on the Gunstock. Your pinky and ring finger will start to become fatigued, and anyway, that's what I'm noticing, and it's not really a great experience. Man, that feels weird. So hear me out. Before we close off this video, I've been using this Gunstock for like the past hour testing this game and kind of talking about this stuff. So hear me out. Watch. When I get back in the game now, oh, that feels so bad. When I fire the gun now, it feels pathetic. It doesn't feel right because I've been using the Gunstock. So that's the difference that it makes in immersion. God, it's just, I just don't want it. Man, I wish, oh, it feels so good, guys. It feels so good. It feels so good. Yeah, no, this is for immersion, this is awesome. Because now each time I play without it, I'm not going to feel as great. But yeah, unfortunately, I think it's not super accurate. And you kind of need accuracy in these competitive games. So yeah, I don't want to trade off my competitive spirit for immersion most of the time, which means this gun stock probably isn't going to be used most of the time. But that's my opinion, that's me, and if you do want immersion and nothing but immersion, then this thing is awesome. But look, I'm not gonna, this guy's trying to bait me. But see, I'm not able to hit that guy, and I know it's not my aim. I've been playing this game for a while. The virtual gun stock, I'm more accurate, and it's the haptics that are messing up those shots. So yeah, if you want accuracy, then it's not it. But yeah, if you want to check out the gun stock, as always, I'm going to leave links down below. Feel free to check it out. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to answer those questions for you. And if you like the video, make sure to subscribe. I have tons of videos that I'm making for VR, so all things VR, stay tuned. And if you like the video, make sure to like it. It's super helpful here. And I'll see you all next time. Take care.